Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari
Yasoda Nandana Raja Janaranjana
Yasodandana Raja Janaranjana
Yasoda Nandana Raja Janaranjana
Yasodandana Raja Janaranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Kunja Vihari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari
Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana
Yasodandana Raja Janaranjana
Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana
Yasodandana Raja Janaranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Tira
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Tira
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Shri Shri Radha Madhava Ki Shri Shri Gaur-Nitai Ki Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Ki Gaura Premanande Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, let's listen about the translation.
Uh-huh.
I'll mention about the translation. If anyone needs translation.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Onko ketään suomenkielistä, joka tarvitsisi käännöksen? Tai sitten mahdollisesti kupalkissa kääntää venäjäksi. Luen tuon englannin kielellä. Okay. Okay, thank you. Käännös on täällä, jos tarvitsee.
We will read from Bhagavad-Gita today, fifth chapter, text number 29. It's a very famous text. And in the beginning, sorry for my English. Today is a second English lecture for me for about, 3 years. So it will be fun. Don't hesitate to asking questions, and maybe you didn't understand something. Okay, fifth chapter, text 29. It's very famous text. Actually, it's recommended to know him in memory. It's a very good text. So Sanskrit. Bhoktaram ya gyatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram Sukridam sarva bhutanam Chnatva mam shanti vrichhati. Translation. A person in full consciousness of me means Krishna, not me. Knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor of and well-wisher of all living entities, obtains peace from pangs of material miseries. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The conditioned souls within the clutches of the illusory energy are all anxious to attain peace in the material world. But they do not know the formula for peace, which is explained in this part of the Bhagavad-Gita. The greatest peace formula is simply this: Lord Krishna is the beneficiary in all human activities. Men should offer everything to the transcendental service of the Lord, because He is the proprietor of all planets and the demigods their own. No one is greater than He. He is greater than the greatest of the demigods, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. In the Vedas, Shvetashvatara Upanishad 6.7, the Supreme Lord is described as Tam Ishvaranam Paramam Maheshwaram. Under the spell of illusion, living entities are trying to be lords of all they survey. But actually, they are dominated by the material energy of the Lord. The Lord is the master of material nature, and the conditioned souls are under the stringent rules of material nature. Unless one understands these bare facts, it is not possible to achieve peace in the world, either individually or collectively. This is the sense of Krishna. This is the sense of Krishna consciousness. Lord Krishna is the supreme predominator, and all living entities, including the great demigods, are his subordinates. One can attain perfect peace only in complete Krishna consciousness. This fifth chapter is a practical explanation of Krishna consciousness, generally known as Karma Yoga. The question of mental speculation as to how Karma Yoga can give liberation is answered herewith. The work in Krishna consciousness is to work with the complete knowledge of the Lord as the predominator. Such work is not different from transcendental knowledge. Such work is not different from transcendental knowledge. Direct Krishna consciousness is Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga, or Jnana Yoga, Sanskrit Jnana, Bengali Jnana, different pronunciation, is a path leading to Bhakti Yoga. Krishna consciousness means to work in full knowledge of one's relationship with the Supreme Absolute, and the perfection of this consciousness is full knowledge of Krishna, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A pure soul is the eternal servant of God, as his fragmental part and parcel. He comes into contact with Maya, illusion, due to the desire to lord it over Maya, and that is the cause of his many sufferings. As long as he is in contact with matter, he has no execute work. He has to execute work in terms of material necessities. Krishna consciousness, however, brings one into spiritual life, even while one is within the jurisdictions of matter. For it is an arousing of spiritual existence by practice in the material world. The more one is advanced, the more he is freed from the clutches of matter. The Lord is not partial toward anyone. Everything depends on one's practical performance of duties in Krishna consciousness, which helps one to control the senses in every respect and conquer the influence of desire and anger. And one who stands fast in Krishna consciousness, controlling the above mentioned passions, remain factually in the transcendental stage or Brahma Nirvana. The eightfold yoga mysticism is automatically practiced in Krishna consciousness because the ultimate purpose is served. There is a gradual process of elevation in the practice of yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. But this only prefers perfection by devotional service, which alone can award peace to the human being. It is the highest perfection of life. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shanakaya Chaksurunamilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Once again, Bhaktaram Yajnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Sukhridam Sarvabhutanam Jnatva Mam Shantim Richhati. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from pangs of material miseries. Me na all in Vedanta Kritas. And that's all that I have learned this couple of days. Is there any questions? So, Srila Prabhupada called this verse peace formula. And instructions given by Krishna in this verse can bring peace and happiness to everyone individually and in society also. For families, countries, and individually to every one of us. It's very simple instructions and everybody can understand it. Of course, it's not very easy to, it's easy to understand, but not very easy to, I will try to remember this English word.
Realize?
Not realize, maybe it's not.
Practical. Actualize?
There is a word in Russian, принять. Accept, yeah. There is so many informations in this world we can understand, but we can't, or we don't want to, to imply to ourselves. Yeah. It's a good thing, but not for me. I'm happy like that. Even this peace formula, even 10%, of inhabitants of this world can follow these instructions, then the whole world will change. 10%, Not all of people, not all of humanity, 10%. Everything will change. Everything will change. 10%, it's actually quite a big sum, quite big amount actually. For example, I live in St. Petersburg. Maybe 2 weeks ago, I was in Lithuania, in Vilnius. And there is lots of vegetarian cafe restaurants there, lots of. I heard Vilnius have, it's the most vegetarian city in Eastern Europe. There is about 30 vegetarian restaurants and cafes. And even if restaurant is not vegetarian, but they're will be some vegetarian dishes because there is lots of vegetarian. And in St. Petersburg also, lots of vegetarian there. St. Petersburg is most vegetarian city in Russia. Even Moscow not like that. St. Petersburg is most vegetarian city. And everything changed, you know. People speak about vegetarian. Maybe I also should be like vegetarian because lots of vegetarian around me. And when, you know, if we have 10% of people in the world accepting Krishna's words, you know, people will be inspired. Maybe I also should try. Of course, I will not, you know, go to the temple, shave my head. I'm not so crazy like that. But maybe I can, you know, add to my life something. I can add something to my life, practical life. Vegetarian, sometimes meditation. And what is the best meditation? Chanting Hare Krishna. Because I'm already practicing meditation. I sit there and, you know, sleep after 5 minutes. Because they told me you shouldn't thinking about anything when you meditate. And it is impossible. It's such a foolish thing, you know. Don't think about anything. And you're thinking about don't thinking about anything. You know, I don't think about anything. It's impossible. And when you don't think about anything, you just, you know, fall asleep. You know. Very good meditation. The best meditation is to thinking about the Lord. This Latin word meditatio means to think about it, to think about something. It's Latin word. You know? It's from Latin. It's not English word. It's from Latin. It means to think. Meditate means to think. In Sanskrit, we have similar word, swadhyaya. Swa means myself, dhyaya means thinking, meditating. And it's very interesting point. Vedas recommend us to think about ourselves from the Vedic point of view. For example, you study Bhagavad-Gita and you're learning positive way of thinking about yourself. Yeah, I'm eternally connected with Krishna. Of course, now I'm in Tamagun, you know, I'm eating whatever I like, you know, and whatever I dislike also. I do whatever, you know, Tamagun thing, but I connected with Krishna eternally. Every living entity connected with Krishna. You may be a drunkard, you know, you may be alcohol addicted, but you connected to Krishna right now. And you can revive this connection. And there is a very simple methods. You can chant Hare Krishna, you can eat prasadam. These two things will change your life after 1 month dramatically. Chanting Hare Krishna, eating prasadam. These two things. Only two things. There is no need, you know, for lifetime of meditation, austerities, and so on, you know, and any other things. Just these two very joyful things. Everybody join to eat prasadam. We can sleep in the lectures, you know. We can don't understand any philosophy, but where there is a prasadam, you know, it's joyful. Yeah. Therefore, in any temple, lots of visitors came to prasadam time. Lectures, okay, you know, he doesn't understand any English and doesn't speak any English. All these lectures, you know, from Russia. Yeah. I'm a Finnish. I don't understand this English. But prasadam understand everyone. It's like, you know, there was an Esperanto. They tried to make Esperanto language in the beginning of 20th centuries. And they tried to make this language like English now. But actually, who know about Esperanto now? Nobody. 1, 2. Nobody. But eating, it's really universal formula. So you just take prasadam, chant Hare Krishna, 1 month, and life completely changed. This is power of Krishna's instruction. Just imagine. And if you add something else to prasadam and so on, giving up this sinful thing here, eating these poor animals, drink alcohol, yeah, you give up this thing, then prasadam, holy name, will become even more stronger and will have even strongest effect on your life. I try to be devotee for 30 years now. I came to the temple in 92 or 93, like that. I was brahmachari for 10 years. And of course, I don't take any alcohol in my life. I was 14 years old and I go to the temple, so I have no chance to take alcohol. But I saw my father. He was addicted. Yeah. And I saw lots of devotees who was addicted. And they starting to be a devotee, chanting holy name, taking prasadam, and very quickly, no addiction. Very clear consciousness. That's the power of Vedic way of life. You take something very powerful. These two methods is very powerful. Chanting holy name, taking prasadam. Of course, if you add studying Srila Prabhupada's books, you will be unconquerable, by Maya. Practically unconquerable. Sometimes devotees think that they are very strong, but when devotees don't take prasadam for 2 days, 3 days, don't chant good japa 2-3 days, and don't reading Prabhupada's book, it became very weak. 2-3 days, and Maya, like a horse. You saw this when horse, beating man. I don't know in English, kapita, как это, this legs. It's very, it's hurting actually, and that what Maya do with devotees when devotee doesn't read, doesn't chant, doesn't take prasadam. Devotee became very weak and Maya very strong, and Maya beat him. So instructions is very simple. One of the most interesting thing now in modern society is that everyone have this holy faith. They're very faithful that enjoyment of the senses can make me happy. From Vedic point of view, there are senses. We have a tanku, and tanku wants some taste. We have eyes, and eyes want some forms. We have ears, and ears like to hear some sounds. And now people think that we should give these senses as more objects as we can. Eating, hearing, seeing, and so on and so on. Movies, musics. You just, feel these senses with objects. And now people believe that this will bring happiness. There is a very interesting verse in Bhagavad-Gita. Yeah, I have it here. Ehi samsparsha jab bhoga dukha yonaya evate adyantavante kantaya gateshura buddha. Samsparsha jab bhoga. Bhoga means enjoyment. Samsparsha means literally by touching. And ja means born, created. So this bhoga, this enjoyment, created, rising from contact with object of senses, with the senses. Actually, dukkha yona evata can bring only dukkha. Dukkha means suffering. Therefore, nateshu ramate buddha, those who have intelligent, nateshu, they don't have this faith that this enjoyment will bring me happiness. And you can see this completely opposites of modern way of thinking. No. Lots more. There should be as more objects as I can buy it. Every day new phone, every day new laptop, every year new car, every year new wife, every couple of years new husband. Children is not okay. Yeah. Children is not object of happiness. They don't give joy right now. No. Children is less every year. every year children is less. In developed country, there is a problem. There is a problem. No children. Because children doesn't give immediate enjoyment. That's the problem. Children demands. Give me money, give me attention, give me everything. That's the problem. In East, they love children. In India and in Eastern country. In Western country, no. Better car. Better new car. It's much more better. New Volvo. Bigger Volvo than last year. Even bigger Mercedes, BMW, and so on. Let us see this process of enjoyment from Vedic point of view. There is an object of senses. For example, for men it's woman. For women it's men. And there is a senses. And senses give information to the mind, and mind say, I want it. It's called sankalpa. I want it. It's very beautiful object. I want it. Then we have in this time in Kali Yuga we have very weak intelligent. And intelligent say, yes, sir. Intelligent begin to developing plan how to get this object. If we have spiritual life, everyday spiritual life, our intelligence become strong. And strong intelligence told to the mind, no way. I'm already have a wife. I'm already has a wife. No way. It's enough for me. One is enough. But she's very beautiful. No, it's okay. She's very beautiful. Yeah, I can see it. But Krishna is more beautiful. Better receive deities. Lord Chaitanya is more beautiful than any woman. Lord Krishna is more beautiful than any woman. Strong, intelligent will speak like that. If you every day have very good japa, very good chanting, if you every day study books, Srila Prabhupada's books, if you every day have prasadam, your intelligence will be very strong. And and it will be above mind. Mind will say, I want it. Intelligence will say, no way, you don't get it. I was like that when I was a child. I was like that. Mommy, I want it. Yeah, I see you want it, but you don't get it. Just forget it. It will better for you if you will forget it right now. You don't take it. You don't have it. Just forget it. She was my intelligence. Everyone who have a children like that, you know that. I have a daughter. She is 10 years old. And I her intelligent. No way. Forget it. I want it very much. No way. I can give you something more expensive, something less expensive. You can get this one. Oh, but I want this one. No, you can this one. Okay. At least this one. Our life should be like that we make our intelligence strong by everyday spiritual practice. And then mind doesn't agitate us. So there is objects and there is a senses. And we think now, in this modern society, we think that if our senses will get this object, we will be happy. And this is greatest illusion now, greatest illusion of Kali Yuga. If your senses get some object, senses cannot be happy. Senses may be only agitated or unagitated. When you have your spiritual life, your senses became unagitated. Yeah? When you're chanting Hare Krishna mantra 10 rounds after completely peace. Yeah? No? I feel like that. 10 rounds, around 11 rounds, and mine is peaceful. Probably I don't want anything, It's okay right now like that. Yeah, it's okay. No, you have something, you have a food, you have opportunity for preaching. It's okay. I'm happy. That's because japa. That's because Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Modern people, they try to get happiness by agitating senses. It's futile, It will never work. You can't be peaceful and you can't be happy if you are agitated. And that is the greatest illusion in modern society. They try to be happy by agitating themselves. Every day, every hour, they can't sit peacefully. Always, phone, TV, something should be, should be something which agitates me. Nobody live in happiness right now. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there was one person, Prahlad Maharaj, in 7th canto. He was 5 years old. 5 years, When I was 5 years old, oof, I do such a crazy thing, And I think lots of us do crazy things when they was 5 years old. Because there is no intelligence at all. But Prahlad wasn't like that. He used one Sanskrit term, Shruti Sukha. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, you can find this term, Shruti Sukha. Shruti means hearing, and Sukha means happiness. In this world, everyone just hearing about happiness. Nobody feel it, just hearing. Are you happy? Yeah, I'm very happy. Are you happy? Yeah, I'm also very. I'm more happy. I'm more happy than you. I'm most happiest person. No. Third person said, no. I'm most happiest, and everyone is unhappy. Everyone just agitated. But everybody, hearing about happiness in this world. Here, Krishna gives working methods how to really become happy. You just should take Krishna consciousness in your life. Practice every day. Very simple methods. Chanting Hare Krishna, taking prasadam. Of course, reading Bhagavad-Gita is not so easy. Lots of Sanskrit, lots of philosophy. Sahotra Maharaj once told me he traveled to Greece. And it was not allowed. Greece is a very orthodox country. At least in those times. I don't know now. And they didn't allow preachers from another religion to came to Greece. So Sabota Maharaj trying to go to the Greece, and this custom service, he stopped him. Who are you? Why you came here? And Sabota Maharaj showed him his book. He was a philosopher, and he wrote lots of books, Sabota Maharaj. And he showed, you see, I have a quotation from Socrates, from Plato here in my book. It's all Greek philosophers. It's a book about knowledge, and I came to study your philosophy. It's little trick. He came for preaching Krishna consciousness, but it's trick to say that I came for study your philosophy. And this custom man, let me call him like that. He opened this book and saw word knowledge. Oh, knowledge is not for me. No. You can go. I don't understand all the things. Bhagavad-Gita is maybe it's a little bit complicated. Bhagavad-Gita. But we get used to it. Usually, this taste for philosophy is developed. At least we can add to our life chanting prasadam, association with devotees, chanting together, taking prasadam together. And that's how we can become really peaceful, not agitated, really peaceful. Strong intelligence, ruling the mind, peaceful mind, ruling the senses. And senses are naturally controlled. And that's peaceful life. О, уже поздно, да? Я уже должен заканчивать, да? У меня есть время. Может быть. So, is there any question? I'm really sorry for my English. Thank you. Maybe there are some questions or comments. I can't understand English. Yeah. My passive vocabulary is quite good. My active vocabulary not very good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a time. Yeah.
You mentioned about thinking, like that is being the supreme meditation. Do you have anything you'd like to share about how the process of spiritualizing the thought goes? Because when you're in dhyana, level of like a lila smarana, say, then how is your thought involved in it? It must be entirely spiritualized or something like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any comment?
Mm-hmm. For me, meditation means I thinking very practically about my development in Krishna consciousness. What should I do? How to do better my service? In my level, I think like that. You see, you can't imagine Krishna. Bhaktivinoda Saraswati once said that you can't imagine Krishna. You can't, close your eyes and imagine. It wouldn't be Krishna. It will be your imagination. Krishna only, you can have Krishna in your mind only if Krishna personally, descend to it. So I'm not in that level. It's not like that. I closed my eyes and Krishna came to my mind. Like, no, I'm a neophyte. So for me, meditating means chanting my japa, It's for me. It's my um, main meditation. Main meditation. Chanting japa, pronounce every word properly, and hear every word of japa. This is my meditation. It's actually, if you try to do so, chanting every word and hearing everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, not divert your attention and so on. Like sometimes we chant automatically. Even we have Facebook japa, Instagram japa, another japa. So on. But actually, if you will try to have this good japa, Prabhupada told us good japa. When you pronounce every word and hear every word, and actually it's very active meditation, very active, and very cautious, yeah. So осознанно. Есть about Krishna? Yeah, most conscious meditation, because you always must bring your mind, back. No, you should hear. No, you should chant every word. You don't hear Krishna. You don't hear Krishna in this part of japa. Come back. It's very active. And after japa like that, when you finish japa and you do japa like that, you become very strong and very concentrated for whole day. Is everyone have this experience? After very good japa, you feel very concentrated for whole day. Krishna doesn't go from your mind. For me, it's what I call meditation, thinking about Krishna's name. And also, I think my meditation is to thinking about how to make service better. So I'm a preacher. So, and I see that my karma in Krishna brings me more to the West. So I'm from East, from Russia. And I don't know why, but I always travel to the West, not to the East. Therefore, I try to learn English now. And it's my meditation. I have some apps in my phone and I'm studying for doing my service better. So maybe next time I will give better English class. I don't know, is this answer for you?
Yeah, it's nice.
But I think the most powerful meditation is to have good japa. So you can get you will be so much focused after good japa. If you just hear every word you pronounce, and you pronounce every 16 words. Oh, it's very strong.
Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna mentioned from all sacrifices, I am japa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Japa yagi. Japa yagi. Yeah.
So you wouldn't recommend even like a Rupa Smarana. You would just begin with just now.
Well, Prabhupada recommended.
Yeah.
But after good japa. In one, I saw once one book. Actually, once I have some arguments with one devotee. He told me you should meditate on Krishna right now, and you should meditate on Krishna Lila right now. And he showed me one quote from Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada wrote there, you should meditate on Krishna Lila. And I told to this devotee, wait a minute, I will search for this quotation. And I find who quote. Yes, Prabhupada wrote there, you should meditating on Krishna Lila and forms of Krishna, but in this book they cut it. But it should came to you automatically. When you came to the exalted level of your Krishna consciousness, this smarana will came to you. Therefore, I quote this Bhaktanta Saraswati that You can't imagine Krishna. You can't imagine Krishna river. That will be your imagination. You know, there is a funny saying in Russia. If you say something to the Lord, it's a prayer. And if Lord says something to you, it's maybe a schizophrenic. Yeah?
What?
Schizophrenic.
Schizophrenic?
Schizophrenic, yeah. Because there is some, some another voice in your head. Maybe you should go to the doctor. Yeah, Krishna may speak with you. Krishna may came to you, but on a very elevated level. It's not my level. Therefore, I can't, say something about this level. Say something with realization. I'm on this level. I'm near devotees. Sometimes I have some experience that Krishna somehow take part in my life. But not that I am meditate on him and he came to me for my meditation, like Goswamis. They came to Goswami in meditation, gives him some prasadam. And when Goswami, woke up from his meditation, prasadam was in his hand, like that. I'm not like that. Okay. Maybe something else. Krishna is still eating. Wow, it's such a hard thing to think in another language in your head, Whew.
There you made a very, very good point. I think I want to just appreciate when you mentioned that we should more than nothing meditate how to make our seva better. That's the point. Everything else will come.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding.
There is so much misconceptions about meditation. Real meditation is only see prayojana. Always understand sambandha. Prayojana means goal. Sambandha means who I am. And always understand what should I do right now to attain this goal. Sambandha videya prayojana. So meditations mean you always understand all these 3 points simultaneously right here and right now. How to be a devotee right here, right now, in these circumstances. And that's take lots of meditation. It's easy to be a devotee in a temple, but I'm not in the temple right now. What should I do? How should I act? How should I remain a devotee? How should I preach? And that's its real meditation. It will bring Krishna's mercy.
I just like to one day how I started doing meditation, and I used to read for example, Bhagavad-Gita or Bhagavad. I used to read text there, and then when I start this meditation, then I keep on remembering what was written there. So that's also one of the Buddhist maybe.
Yeah. Very good point. That's what they call what it calls as swadhyaya. Swadhyaya. You're thinking yaya about yourself from a spiritual point of view, from spiritual perspective. You try to see yourself by understanding how Krishna sees you. It's an interesting point. We can be addicted, we can be drunkard in this world, but when we start to reading Bhagavad-Gita, we can see how Krishna sees us. Krishna doesn't see addicted. Krishna doesn't see eaters. Krishna doesn't see alcoholic. He sees pure soul. That's very interesting. It's very inspiring, actually. And I can be like this. I can be pure soul. It's easy instruction. I can just chanting holy name and be connected with Krishna. That's a very wonderful thing about Shastra. Because in material world, it's very easy to become depressed. Very easy. So, but when you study Bhagavad-Gita, it's very easy to be very inspired. Because Krishna is very positive. Krishna is always positive on us. Krishna always has positive view on us. You are my eternal servant. You are pure eternally. Just some misunderstanding right now for some years. Came back. It's very inspiring. Okay. Thank you for your passion. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Patit Pavana ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
It was very nice to see you.
Thank you very much, Vedanta.